especially since you'll have like all that extra desk space. It'll be convenient.
Yeah, it won't be bad.
All right, and we are back at it. It's the motherfucking Brass Tacks podcast, BTP, Baby Black. Once again. What? Go ahead.
Are you establishing an acronym?
BTP? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, we're your hosts, Rick and Adam. I'm Rick.
Yep.
There's Adam. Fucking A. And it is a very happy Friday the 13th.
You know, yeah, I didn't really think about it. What? Yeah, Friday 13th.
Yep.
I don't know. Does it really mean anything? I mean, no.
Not to me. I mean, actually, if you live in Kentucky, it does. I read this fucking article this morning about their governor who's leaving office.
Yeah.
He granted a pardon to like some very shady characters, to say the least. I have the article right here.
I know.
Yeah. So let me see who he. There's like a list of offenses that he's forgiven. Oh, okay. Pardons are traditional at the end of a governor's term. And most of the Republicans' more than 400 pardons were for drug offenses. But a number of the pardons were for particularly violent crimes, like a woman who gave birth in a flea market porta potty and dumped her newborn into the toilet septic tank.
No.
Also, a man who hired a hitman to murder his business partner in front of his family.
Oh, my God.
A man convicted of beheading a woman and stuffing her body into a 55-gallon drum.
Is this trolling? I feel like you're trolling.
No, dude, I'm on The Guardian again. And then a man convicted last year of raping a 9-year-old. Jesus Christ. And then the last one it lists was he pardoned a man convicted in a home invasion homicide whose brother hosted a fundraiser for the governor last year.
Man.
Dude's name's Matt Bevin.
Oh, so that
Kentucky.
That's not good news.
No, not at all. That's pretty fucked up, dude. And also, like, I feel like that's just a really spiteful thing to do, because this new mayor coming in and he's gonna catch some shit. Like, I'm imagining he's gonna have to clean up that mess.
Well, how are you gonna clean it up? Whatever. That
That's a good point. They'll probably just leave the state or whatever, pushing their dregs onto the border states.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, dude. Ugh. So I was I was like purging my social media accounts the other night, and I was like going through, and especially Twitter, because you know I wasn't on it for like a really long time, so there's just like a ton of inactive accounts that aren't even around anymore. So I'm going through and I'm unfollowing shit, and then I start like I start seeing these pages I used to follow and stuff like that, and I start getting like a little nostalgic, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I was up to back then. And I start going through my old tweets and old posts and shit like that from like 6-7 years ago up to even like 10 years ago, and I like regretted it instantly, and I'm gonna prove to you why I regret it. And I have some I have some very cringy Rick tweets. And before I even read these, I just want to say, like,
you're pulling these from Twitter, and how long ago?
So here I've got a couple from 2014. This was right when I moved
2014?
here. Yeah, and
Rick, we were already friends by then.
I know, and
oh no,
you might not want to be my friend after this, to be honest. And this is embarrassing. Like, I wish that I had a time machine so I could go back in time and just spit in my face for a lot of this.
Yeah, I will say the fact that you are tweeting in general, I'm disappointed in, let alone edgy tweets that I hope... Oh,
dude, okay. So here's one. This one's a short one. This is 2014. Anger is a gift. Then there's another one directly below it. This is my favorite weapon. And it's me staring at the camera holding my guitar.
No, Richard, this is not true, first of all.
I swear to God, dude. I swear
2014 or 2004 when Twitter didn't exist?
2014, dude.
How old were you then?
2014.
What? 25? No.
Yeah, I was
24?
25. I was 25.
25? 24? Okay.
It's so bad. And then like I'm just scrolling through these things and they're
man.
terrible.
It's probably
There's-
the cringiest thing I've heard
There's that
in
really
the past 15 minutes.
well, there's that really bad one that I showed you, I think,
Yeah.
last week, where it says angsty MySpace pic. And it's me looking at the camera like from a slanted angle, and I've got like my middle finger on my lip, like a fucking bitch. These are all still up too. I'm not getting rid of these. It's on Twitter at SlickHando. These are gems. Let's see. Don't drink and Jenga, and there's a picture of liquor bottles next to a bunch of Jenga blocks.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Get out of here, dude. So fucking.
This is really bad.
What were you doing, dude?
Being a fucking half a mo, I guess.
I mean, that's an edgelord, dude. That's like.
Oh, here we go. This is really bad. This This one is titled "A Message to All You Beautiful Aliens," and it's a link to a Facebook post that I made.
Well, stop there. What do you mean? Oh, that's edgy. You still say beautiful aliens, dude.
I know, and I'm gonna.
Oh,
knock that
I
off.
want to
It's
kill
so
you
bad.
when I fucking read that and I see your stupid fucking Instagram
Oh, dude.
post.
As soon as I
Like-
see it,
Oh, I fucking hate you.
as soon as I hit post or upload or any of that shit, I immediately am just like, I should die. I don't know what it is. I have like I don't know, post cringe regret whenever I post these things. But this one's really bad. This one's probably the worst.
Well, you should be cringed. Yeah, I mean,
I think
whatever. I mean,
I
you got to
think-
do what you got to do. I don't want to. I can't. You seem. I don't want to.
This one
beat you
here,
up.
this will be the last one, and I deserve to be beaten to death for this one. I'm gonna read it in like
Okay.
hopeful, inspirational Rick voice. Never feign from your ambitions. The circumstances of life, both good and bad, adhere to your most basic of instincts. Flight or fight. If you have been knocked down, we will pick you up. If you fear anything, we will face them with you. I will face them with you. Learn to coexist with your intrinsic self, and you will learn what it means to truly be free. I sound like a fucking cult leader.
If you said that past the age of 12, you should be fucking caned, dude.
I don't have any excuses. I have nothing to say for myself.
Yeah, man. This is my applause. You know? That's how those cringy poets.
Oh yeah, the
As they say.
spoken word nobodies. Yeah, that was and that's about 2004 is about as far as I've like really dug into. There's some really really cringy shit
Yeah.
before that even. Like I know for a fact there's some dumb shit on there from like one of the last bands I was in, and we were always trying to be all like inspirational like that. So there's some really cringy shit in there. If you really want to like have a fucked up opinion about me and just get a good laugh, you need to check that shit out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I lived it.
yeah, you live it every week.
Yeah. Been living it for too many weeks already.
Well, I mean, we've updated your rider, so like everything's in place. Make sure there's a cardboard box on the bed
Yeah.
next to you when you
Check.
sit down.
Check.
You have somewhere to rest your arms.
It's actually
It's not bad. I
it's
mean,
kind of convenient right now.
yeah.
This is like kind of nice. Like
I've got like fucking 1,000 boxes in this room right now.
oh, don't get me started on that.
We should do a show from like a little cardboard hut. We'll make a little lean-to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Amazon lean-to cardboard box, dude.
Amazon. Oh, dude, and I was on Reddit
Yeah.
earlier this morning when I was just laying in bed and shit like that. And you know how like I've told you some like cringy stories from the like the paranormal subreddit and the occult subreddit. They're always like these edgelords talking about witchcraft and wizardry.
You've been trolling those a little bit.
A little
I feel
bit.
like, but
Yeah. So there was this post about like the Stanley Hotel, and there's all these like pictures of the inside and stuff like that, which for those of you that don't know, it's a creepy it's a creepy popular hotel here in, I think, like Estes Park.
Okay. Well,
Whatever,
you shouldn't have to
wherever.
preface it.
What?
I mean, we all know what that hotel is famous for.
I think you need to like reconsider who listens to this show. I think you're giving people too much credit.
I mean, no, Stephen King spent some time in that hotel.
That he
He wrote the book The Shining. Now, the movie obviously didn't take place, was not filmed at
no,
the Stanley Hotel, but it's based on
it was filmed in Schenectady.
it's based on the Stanley Hotel. Stephen King used to hang out like a mug up there.
Right. I always thought he looked naturally Coloradan for some reason, just his manner of dress.
No, was he like Vermont or
No,
New
he's a
Hampshire?
New England guy.
Or Maine. He's from Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
Funny.
radio station out there.
Yeah, we know about that.
But anyway, somebody posted the pictures of the Stanley Hotel and like a bunch of interior pictures, and they're like, I wonder if anything spooky ever happens around here and shit like that. And I was like, I commented at the bottom, and I was like, I fucked a chick in the broom closet there once.
I do remember you telling me that. Yeah, that is true.
And out of all the weird, dumb things they believe in, like fucking demons and gargoyles and fucking
Gargoyles?
wizardry.
Who
I don't know.
gargoyles?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, they're
like-
statues by day, and then they fucking the sun goes
That's a-
down and they're
It's a
gargoyles.
good show.
The cartoon was good.
It's fucking
I watched
badass.
that as a child.
Why did they never make a fucking live action of that?
It's too much, man. These fucking gargoyles, dude.
Oh yeah, but they can make like fucking all the. You can make Marvel Madness, Avengers 1000.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give me. Yeah. Well, whatever. What are you saying? You love those fucking superhero movies, dude. They're fucking dumb, dude.
You're fucking dumb, dude.
Maybe I am.
I don't love
But
all
those
of them.
are dumb
There's-
too.
No, I don't. You know better than that. I don't like.
I
Hold
don't
out
know
for these
better than
fucking
that.
movies.
What?
I don't like hold out for these fucking movies. I'm not like standing in line. I'm not seeing them on the first
Well,
day.
you get excited about them.
I do not. That's the last thing I get. I don't get excited
No.
about anything. I get excited about
Don't-
your fucking brake lights leaving.
You
in
get
the distance
excited.
every
You
Friday.
get excited about these movies.
I don't get excited.
You're
about them.
excited.
I haven't been excited for a film probably since like I was a little excited for Tarantino's last film. That was actually exciting.
Long time ago in Hollywood or whatever it was called.
Yeah. Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Once, whatever.
a long time ago.
That's a Star Wars version.
A couple weeks ago in Hollywood.
Far, far away in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie yet either.
But yeah, I was kind of excited about that one. But no, I don't. In
Well,
general, I don't get excited about that.
Slow down.
Okay.
We should probably do the Mountain Cast. We'll watch that movie
Oh
and
yes,
then review it over the holiday.
that's a good idea. Yes, dude. Very good. Adam's a wunderkind.
That might be a good idea.
No, I think it's a really good idea.
You know?
So yeah, well, I guess we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Charge like $847 on Patreon for it. You can pay in
Plus
installments.
or minus.
Yeah. Perhaps more.
Plus or minus the exact amount you said.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. But yeah, anyway.
Well, no. Hold on. I'm
What?
sorry I interrupted you. But we're talking about those superhero movies, how you love them.
How I don't. No.
No. We were talking about how you love them, but
Okay.
also we were out in the garage and we're talking about, we weren't talking about it.
Oh, like the superhero.
we were talking about superheroes and like, smoking cigarettes. Like,
Right.
I was like, what if there's a smoking, like a
superhero
superhero that
that's-
smokes cigarettes, like
Yeah, because
super fast, like you were doing like the like.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
this thing that I do when I smoke cigarettes. So like when I'm inhaling the cigarette, but before I exhale, I like bring my index and my middle finger with the cigarette in between it out and in a bunch of times really fast before I exhale. It looks really goofy, and I'm probably not doing the best job of describing it, but it looks stupid as fuck. Actually, I'll make a video of it and I'll just post it on our Facebook page. But we were talking about like, what if there was a superhero and his superpower was he could just chain smoke really quickly, and I mean like lightning fast. And then
Fast.
Adam made the amendment to his powers that like when he exhales.
Oh yeah,
it's-
you brought up the whole
the chain smoking speed thing, and then you were like when he exhales, It's like gale force winds and shit like that.
Yeah, no, no, not even gale force winds. I'm saying the nicotine concentration, because it's a he's a mutant, so
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, his body, his lungs do something to it to make the nicotine more potent.
Yeah.
So and then he just blows these big things of smoke, and he has the option of knocking people out or fucking killing people.
Yeah,
with the smoke.
He can poison them.
Yeah, but he could even go to the office building and just do the get a couple packs of cigarettes and then just blow them down the vents and
kill
just
an
fucking
entire office
or he could just knock out an entire fucking.
Oh my god.
How cool of a
Quincy arrives on the scene.
Yeah.
They were incapacitated by cigarette smoke, Sam.
It was murder.
They were murdered.
Well, what would the superhero be called though?
Smoke ring.
Yeah, I think
Parts unknown.
Yeah, you think about it. Yeah, those rings come out. What if he could make them no.
Like balloon animals, he can do
No,
shapes and
if they
shit
were
for the kids.
make them go solid. And, no, that's
no,
too much.
dude,
That's
no,
too much.
it's how all the superheroes back when we were kids had PSAs in every episode, and then there was also the GI Joe ones.
The GI Joe ones were a heavy PSA.
Right. So what if they made one for Smoke Ring, and he's he shows up to the playground, he's manipulating smoke and all this cool shit.
But he's going super fast. He's
Yeah, dude, it's super fast. He's like, see, kids, smoking can be fun. He's off to the next town. Brought to you by Philip Morris and Lucky Strike.
Well, yeah, because if maybe they made him special concentrated nicotine cigarettes too. So if the concentration that happens in his lungs is exponential because they made special cigarettes because he's a superhero.
Oh,
for
shit.
it.
What if
he doesn't have to worry about lung cancer? This is a superhero thing. So then he can fly away with the cigarettes. He gets
on a cloud of smoke?
Yes. He takes that's why these cigarettes are so concentrated. He's be just drag one real quick. Boom, 5 seconds. He drags one and then he just clouds away, dude. It's so concentrated.
I gotta be in Fort Dallas by noon.
Yeah. And then obviously in the middle of the flight, if you're going long distance, maybe you have to do a couple more cigarettes, obviously.
Yeah, you just fucking chain smoke midair.
Yeah, exactly.
He loses altitude and takes down a plane. Fucking passenger jet. Just smoke rings on the wing. Fucking A, dude. Smoke ring.
Smoke ring. That's a good name, dude.
We need to write the pilot and start shopping that out.
It could be an adventure. Adventures. Then and an Avengers side story.
Oh shit! Yeah, we need to get those.
But it'll be retro, man. It'll be 60s going into 70s. So they have a good idea. Cigarettes are probably bad.
Yeah,
but they're not going to say it.
No, there's not enough science behind it yet.
People know.
Yeah.
But no
I'm
one's
short of breath every time I have a.
They're not broadcasting at that point. So it's perfect time.
Yeah.
So they could get you do a back a flashback and just be it's funny. So they don't get caught promoting cigarettes, but
right.
This was how silly it was that people were okay with cigarettes at that time. So they love smoke ring.
Well, that's evident. Look at old episodes of I Love Lucy. The entire episode is just chain smoking and one-liners.
Yeah, and then there was cigarette commercials within the show,
right? Because there was product placement.
Philip Morris, so they were but movies are like that today, even now.
Could you imagine what the set of those TV shows smelled like?
Not that was a movie, but it was a show. But yeah,
like
Hollywood. No, Hollywood. Every Hollywood set at that time.
Or how? I know that's what I'm saying.
Set.
How about just Johnny Carson's couch?
Yeah, not good.
Ugh, just smells like an old bag lady's furniture.
It's not good. I wouldn't recommend it, but.
Ugh. So I hear you're in the pictures.
I'm telling you, yeah, but smoke ring could be the shit. Or dude, even so not even he could have bigger cigarettes, dude, that were they don't go into conventional packs, but they're bigger,
they're just really long. It's a didgeridoo of a cigarette.
They're on him, and he can just blast a huge one that's this size, 2.5 feet, in the circumference of maybe 4 inches. So he has those on them, and he can just just a zop. Yes, I'm probably
A
not,
zop?
Richard.
Is that what the cigarette sounds like?
But like even tanks at that point were coming. He could just be like, "Bah," and like send out a ring, and it's like super powerful because it's this. It's a bigger cigarette, and he's converting it in his lungs because he's a mutant. I don't know. I'm still
He's
thinking
a
about
mutant.
that. Maybe I should let that go. But
Well, hey, we're kind of in the writer's room on it right now, so I wouldn't, don't sell yourself short. It was a good idea.
I mean, you should make an illustration of this character. I'm just saying.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, dude.
That could be a shirt.
Yeah, smoke ring.
Smoke ring.
Well, fuck. Why doesn't Smoke Ring? He can just be the mascot for Brass Tacks.
Oh,
We can.
You're onto something.
Because then we can like attract kids towards the show, get them converted early on. It's like, hey, do you want to be a bag of garbage even though your parents are cool? Check out Smoke Ring. We'll only make Smoke Ring shirts in like kid sizes.
well,
I want to be Smoke Ring for Halloween.
dude, that could be a cool shirt. Smoke ring
Yeah,
for adults only,
in quotations.
and sometimes 21 and over.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. If you live in Denver, you can't have Smoke Ring paraphernalia till you're 21.
Yeah.
That's such a
no.
weird...
You can have the paraphernalia. You just can't be smoking cigarettes, but. So you could wear the shirt.
You can advertise it.
Yeah. But maybe that's a cool shirt to set up.
Yeah.
Let's think about that a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
down.
that would be
We can
something.
we can get it sketched up.
Yeah, just just I don't know.
Like,
We'll have to workshop that. That's a corny word. We'll have to talk about that. Like maybe, we'll have to run some ideas of how we want them to look.
We'll go downstairs and run it by our graphic designer.
We can't talk about it right now. So
Yeah, stop knocking down the fourth wall. Don't bring these people
was
into
saying.
production.
yeah,
We're gonna release like we'll do a bunch of first person footage of us just sitting here in the chairs talking to each other, and like we'll keep them running like until we take our post show dumps and all that other stuff.
yeah. Well, that's another question. Are we doing a show next week, or should we do some?
I'd like to.
Well, I'm saying we're doing it where we're going to do an episode. Well, no, that's 2 weeks. I mean, okay. Well, what would Friday be? What date?
This Friday.
Oh, wait. No, yeah. No, never mind. We're doing a show. Yeah, never mind. We're doing a show this coming Friday.
Right.
More referencing.
So like the 27th would be the Friday you're talking about, like
Yeah, you're exactly right.
after
So,
Christmas.
yeah. So that one might be delayed to be uploaded, though.
Oh yeah, given the holidays and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Because we're going to do it, that weekend.
Right. So yeah, it'll probably. I mean, I can probably get it all
Okay.
done and sent out from up
All right.
there too. It's not really that
Okay.
big of a deal.
Okay.
Because once we have the sound file, that's really all I need.
Okay.
But yeah, just be on the lookout for that, folks. And I guess check our or if you're not already on our Facebook fan page, it's at Brass Tacks Podcast on Facebook. There, just check there, and I'll always update that shit as we know more. Speaking of podcasting and whatnot, my buddy Eric from back home, he just started his own show called The Vulgarians. Pretty good. I just listened to his first episode.
Vulgarians?
Yeah, The Vulgarians.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just the way. It's just the
Oh,
name
you're
he came up
vulgar.
with. Yeah.
Thus, okay.
Yes.
All right.
He and his girlfriend do that. So be on the lookout for that. You can check them out on SoundCloud.com/The Vulgarians. Go
That's
ahead and
a cool
give them
name.
a listen. Yeah, no, I liked it. And Skylar actually did their logo. Looks really good.
Lago.
Yeah, their logo. Oh man, I'm kind of so I've got some new shit coming in the mail this week for my room because Adam and I are gonna basically tear down our studio equipment, rebuild it, so that we both have like our own desks and we can have our own computers and all this other bullshit. And I ordered this loft bed. It's like a metal frame loft bed, and I didn't think about this like until a little after I ordered it, but I'm like, is it safe to fuck on those? Because it's just a little platform.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man.
Also, I guess like who's gonna want to fuck a guy who has a bunk bed?
It's not a bunk bed, actually.
No, it's not a bunk bed, but I mean
It's
it
a raised
looks...
bed because a bunk bed would, there's at least going to be one other bed on. No, so
Yeah.
that's not a bunk bed.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It was an afterthought, and I was like, it kind of.
No. That makes the most sense.
Yeah,
That's how you maximize space.
No, I mean just for the fucking aspect of it.
Oh, well, yeah, the fucking. I mean, you fucked up there. Yeah.
Yeah, 31-year-old man getting his ass eaten in a bunk bed.
It's not a bunk bed.
No, I know it's not a bunk bed, but
It's a
I
raised
can't.
bed.
It just looks
You get your
like
ass
one.
eaten in a raised bed, not a bunk bed. Come on now.
Get my ass eaten out in the middle of the street, dude.
I don't know if that's possible.
Fucking advertising. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Have you ever had your ass licked?
Nah, I don't want.
Never?
I'm not into it, dude.
Have you ever? You ever tried?
What?
Have you ever gotten your ass licked just like
I just told you. No.
No?
I'm not into it.
I'm not into it either, but I did
Okay.
allow it.
Well,
like-
yeah, no, but that was just yes. Okay, if
Didn't I tell you about that?
yeah, if it was the circumstance, if they, if she really was like into it,
Like,
I'm not going to prevent it. But like, I'm not trying to
not just into
force
it.
the idea.
Not just
you know?
into it. She was like adamant.
Yeah,
About it.
Exactly. That's a different story. I'm not. Why would I be like? I'm not gonna. Yeah, of course. You'd be like, yeah.
Her timing was always really weird too. Like, I'd just be getting off of work and I'd fucking sit down at my computer desk there and I'd start playing some video games. And like out of nowhere, she'd just be like, "Let me lick your ass." I'm like, "What? Let me lick your ass." Like, I just fucking got in. I haven't even showered yet. I'm a man. It's a disaster back there. It's never going to look good. It's never going to, I just don't get it. I don't get the draw to it. Especially from a girl's perspective. It's like no man ass looks appetizing.
That's not a good idea.
No, dude.
But I mean, hey, whatever. She's into it. She's into it. What are you gonna do?
Oddly into it. And would always try to kiss
Yeah.
afterwards. And that was like
Oh, okay. Well, that's another thing too.
well, that was a sore subject for her because she was insulted by it. Which was, it.
I mean, look, it's a fair enough argument on her side too. She was willing to flick your ass.
No, there's no willing. She wanted to. I was willing to
Oh,
let
fair.
her.
She wanted, yeah, okay.
This was
okay.
something that,
I get
like-
what you're saying. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I didn't say okay the first time. This was like a discussion.
Yeah. No, I got it.
But I mean, since then, I haven't allowed it just because like I really don't enjoy it, and also I've never met anyone since then that was like that into it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
So I'm kind of thankful for that. But I mean, it's not like I'm against it. If somebody's like
Yeah.
super like, oh,
No, yeah. I mean, if someone would, if they're throwing it out, why?
if it's gonna be
like
a
what?
problem for me later on, fine.
Oh, here's
You can eat
$100
my
bill.
ass.
Oh, what am I against taking a $100 bill?
Thank you, sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah, like,
Please
What?
try to clean up afterwards.
yeah. Oh, I want to eat your ass. You're not putting me out, really. Okay, let's be real. You're not really,
It is weird. It makes you feel very vulnerable. I'll say that.
Yeah, but you're not really putting me out. It's not like, oh, well, I guess. It's like, yeah, fine.
I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can make that statement since you haven't had it done. I think like tonight.
Well,
you
no,
need
but
to
I'm
go
saying,
home,
okay.
get on Backpage
No,
and go find yourself. one of
no,
those
but I'm saying
masseuses.
like, if someone was throwing, I wouldn't say would really want that, but if like, if they're like, hey, if she's like, oh yeah, well then fine, but
yeah, like if they make it an issue.
I'm not advertising it, but if they're adamant about it, why would you say no?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's how I look at it. It's never going to be something I.
No,
I go
it's
out and
not
actively-
something you want to get into, but
No. I think it opens up a door for other stuff. It's like you don't ever know. Being in a relationship is weird because like, or I guess a relationship with like a significant other, like
Well, that- I mean-
love, I should say, love.
unless it's a relationship by yourself.
But
it's
you know what I
always
mean.
with a
I feel like it's a dicey thing to get into if you're already unsure about it because
Yeah.
you don't know if that's where it stops.
Right.
Then there's like a, hey, can I lick your ass? Oh, hey, you mind if I throw a finger in real quick? And it's like, most people don't mind that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
no.
not against it, but like when you start trying to do like 2 and 3 digits and stuff like that, I'm like, all right.
Digits?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Like I know
All right.
I've known girls that like actively will try to like get as many digits in as they can. That's like just something they're into.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And you have to stop that shit at the gate because most of them don't ask.
because, yeah, well, you give a mouse a cookie, they're going to want some milk.
I hope you die in your sleep for saying that.
No, but yeah. I mean,
Give a cookie.
it escalates, dude. What are you gonna? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
The situation's gonna.
Well, yeah,
escalate.
you gotta avoid it. You avoid it at all costs. No, you don't even avoid it at all costs. You just don't throw it out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just don't throw it out there. You don't have to throw it out there. It's thrown at you.
that's what I'm saying. So if it's thrown at you, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
Yeah, just take a tongue in the butt. Who cares?
yeah, I mean, whatever.
Don't be so suburban about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's weird. I feel like relationships are like that in general. It's just like, where does it stop? You never know where it's gonna stop. There's like all these fucking unknowns. That's why I feel like love, like romantic love, I feel like it's like a weird half truth, whereas friendship is like the ultimate relationship, because if both parties are ever like angry at each other, or if like the monotony of hanging out so much breeds contempt, then friends naturally distance themselves and then like start hanging out again once that weird funk passes. But that's not the case when you got some crazy bitch barking down your back the entire day. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you ever tell me you love me like that anymore? I saw you looking at her. It's like, bitch, you better put that shit in the back seat and lock it up.
You can't be dealing with that.
No, not at all.
No one has time for that. It's like, all right. Well,
I mean, occasionally, like, Adam will look at my phone and be like, who are you texting? What's his name?
I actually don't recall a single instance that occurred. But
you were on pills at the time.
I don't think I've ever taken pills.
Taken what?
Pills.
Oh, I didn't understand the accent before that. Fucking peel head.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know, another thing that's fucking whack about relationships is especially from my mid-20s on.
Colorado on.
Yeah, Colorado on. Every time you meet parents or every time you meet relatives and shit like that, they always give you that, oh, when are you going to settle down, have some kids, shit like that. Get the fuck out my face. That's one of the, I hate hearing that shit, and it happens more and more as we get older, and I feel like it's never going to stop. Like recently when my dad visited, he asked me that same question, and I was just like, do I look like I'm in the position to be taking care of a fucking family? I was like, what, do you want him to end up like me? Oh, man. He nodded in agreement. But yeah, man. I mean, do you encounter that? Have you encountered that with past relationships and stuff like that? Like that fucking...
No. I've been pretty lucky lately.
Yeah, I just feel like...
I know. I know what you're saying. I know. Trust me. I know what you're saying.
I always find clingy ones, I feel like. And I feel like they're clingy because of their tight-knit family. I guess in most cases, like that kind of imprints this want for that. They want to replicate that in their adult lives when they have families, because they had cool childhoods and whatnot. But our generation is weird, and I feel like it just doesn't work the same anymore, given a number of different things. Money being the biggest one. I mean, if you need one resource to raise a family, that's it.
Yeah, well, hands down.
I've seen plenty of families get by with no love and a lot of money. You look at the entire...
and they get by because... Yeah, exactly.
When you look at the entire power structure of our nation...
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Those kids weren't hugged. You don't get sociopaths from hugs.
No. You don't.
A man of many words.
I have words. I have words. I've been saying words like...
Yeah, I've been reading a lot lately, just getting that.
Reading what?
You've been reading?
No.
Been reading Wizards Monthly.
No.
How to
too much at work. Like, if you think about it, I read all day. Like, to talk, you should read a book and stuff. I'm reading all day. I'm looking at I'm reading shit all day. That's my job. I'm reading stuff.
Well, the reality of the situation is that everyone is reading a lot of things every day.
No.
Text messages, everything on your phone. You're just being bombarded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're constantly reading.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're texting all the time. Yeah. That's like, yeah, good point. Like, we're reading all this bullshit all the time.
Yeah. And yet,
Well,
we're still so behind in education.
Here's the weird thing though. Like, it was like, oh, no one reads anymore. We got audiobooks, and all this shit.
Yeah.
But text messaging has increased. I'd rather just send a message. So we're reading, like you just said, we're reading all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe we're reading more because we're just texting each other.
Yeah, and that's a small price to pay for
Yeah, but-
fucking phone calls.
So fuck people who say we're not reading books anymore. Well, no, we're actually transcribing. People just send each other letters.
Yeah, exactly.
But now we can do it in real time. So it's just like that, where everyone's reading a lot.
Yeah, you're not dying
the
of
grammar is evolving. Right.
Well, there's a lot of abbreviations and shit like that.
You look at the history of any language. So even English.
Yeah.
If you go back far enough in time, not super far, if you go back to the 1500s, speaking English, you would not be able to communicate with an English speaker.
Right. It's a completely separate language.
You know what I mean?
Point.
Like, yeah, it's still English at that time, but it's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
Yeah. As much as abbreviations and shit like that piss me off about the way that we write.
Well, yeah, we have to mock
days.
them to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, the
that's the
thing
evolution of
is like
everything.
that's another small price to pay for like getting your message sent and received immediately, rather than like being in those like dark ages where you're just dying of rickets waiting to hear tell from a son in a faraway land.
Yeah.
That bullshit.
Well, think how crazy it is. We FaceTime. Dude, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere in the mountains.
Yeah.
And we're talking instantly. I'm watching you.
Well, that was shit that was like
That's
predicted
fucking
in
nuts.
movies. That was shit that was predicted in movies when we were kids.
Yeah, but you see that in
It's a
see that in
reality.
Star Trek. We're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You're like,
but
when is
we're
that
doing
coming
this.
out?
This is a fucking tiny machine, dude. When we were kids,
Oh, dude, our phones are
there was
way more
computers
powerful
that
than
were
any-
huge. And we're like, oh man,
Those
a
phones
video
blow 'em out of the
conference
water.
on a computer? That's fucking crazy, dude. And if the computer was as big as this room, I'd be like, that's fucking nuts, dude.
Little ass
And now
screen.
we're talking to each other on a fucking little piece of fucking tile, basically.
Well, they've transcended
What?
phones. They've
What?
transcended phones.
We're fucking, dude. We're fucking. Let me go on FaceTime. I'm looking at you on a fucking screen,
Yeah.
a high resolution screen.
You can't go to bed at night. You're like, oh, let me dump a batch in a sock real quick. You just fucking pull your phone out. You're good to go.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? That's fucking nuts. Like, we can communicate in real time, just in face to face. Like, I was like, maybe we kind of had an idea that was going to happen when we were kids, but like, I don't know. It just all changed so quick. I feel like
that's a good point.
it's fucking nuts, dude.
I think to that point, you're exactly right. Like we probably could have predicted the technology would get there in our lifetime, but not as rapidly as
Not
it
in
did.
5 minutes, basically.
Right.
Like,
I mean, look at 2000 to 2010, just that massive leap as that was. Everything. I mean, we saw the internet as it was change and evolve, not to anything better, I would say. I mean, I think the way the internet was governed in its initial years it was a much better place to be than it is now. It's all just
you're right.
corporatized
You're right.
and
You're not wrong.
and you don't get the weird sites. Like you can't just go on and find weird niche sites for like weird shit, like weird fandom and things like that. There's no more like close-knit message boards that are like about one particular weird topic you never heard of. It used to be fun to just go out on the internet and fucking browse around with no direction. But it's, I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Changing. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to look back on. In retrospect, it all happened seemingly overnight. And
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
look at we grew up with like NES, SNES, Nintendo 64.
Man, Nintendo 64.
And then look at now. And that wasn't that long ago in hindsight.
No, it wasn't a long time ago, and now it's like, fuck, man, this is insane. Like, and there's new consoles coming out next year, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, dude, I got a first gen Xbox.
Me too.
I'm not bragging about it, but I'm proud of it.
That's kind of bragging.
I'm bragging a little
You're
bit. It's
bragging.
nice. I mean, dude, look,
No need to be humble.
I literally got that Xbox the first day Xbox was available.
Oh, that's cool. See, I mine's first gen, but I think I waited to get it until like a year after.
Right. There's evolutions of first gen.
Oh,
I'm the first gen of the first gen. The first run.
That's weird too because there's traditionally issues. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
regardless of
exactly.
the
It was
of the
terrible with
system.
360.
Yeah,
360 was had huge problems.
that red ring, dude. I'll never forget that shit.
The red ring of death, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no, yeah. I got lucky at Walmart, dude. I've told you that story. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Adam came in with a ski mask.
No,
and
there was a long
shotgun.
line in the tech thing. I don't know what they were in line for, but like this other kid kind of opened up a second line in the tech place. I'm like, oh, you got like an Xbox One, and he had a bunch under the counter. I think they were reserved because people already pre-ordered those.
Yeah.
But he was pissed off at the old guy that was working with him because the old guy was giving him some kind of
Back in my day.
Yeah, he was dressing him down almost like, oh, you got.
Did he say "you people" a lot?
No, so he just grabbed one of those. He's like, yeah, I got one. I literally was in and out within 10 minutes on the day it came out.
Oh, you definitely jacked somebody's box.
We've talked about this. Yeah, I fucking took someone's fucking Xbox, but never had a problem with it.
That's some G-ass shit.
Whatever, dude. It was a fucking Xbox, dude.
Hey, I would have done the same thing in your position.
It's not like I stole it.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was, I'm sure they worked something out. They probably worked something out cool. I bet you, like, whoever they fucked over with it probably got hooked up in some way.
No, they probably just got an Xbox.
It'd be funny if they charged him for a new one all over again.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. There's nothing I can do about it. The dude bought the money you gave him.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. Yeah.
He put some of those fucking aluminum spinners on his car with the money you gave him.
But, I mean, those Xbox consoles have been around forever.
Yeah,
they have to upgrade at this point. They used to have a quicker upgrade, I feel like. Like between PS1, PS2, was there a big gap?
Yeah, because I think, let me double check this real quick, but I think PS1, that came out, I think, in the late 90s, I want to say.
PS1?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe 99 or something.
Oh, wow, December 3rd, 94.
PS1?
Yeah, 90. And it was 95 in North America.
Oh, never mind. That makes sense.
So I'm guessing, let's see, PlayStation 2, 2000.
All right.
Okay, so that's about like what we've said.
Okay,
That's
so
about
the gaps
same.
make sense, yeah.
Yeah, same timeline essentially.
Whatever, they got to come up with something new. Get something new over here so I can replace this. I'm going to save that, though. I still have my 360, dude.
I think I still have my box, too.
I have the 360 in the box. Like,
I did a nice thing with my 360. I actually thought about somebody other than myself for a change, and I gave it to some kids that didn't have video games.
Nah, dog, can't do that. Keep that 360. Put it back in the original box like I did when I bought it.
Oh, you just want me to go back over to their house and be like, sorry, kids.
Fucking take it. Be like,
I bought them video
hey,
games
look.
and shit, too.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
I regret it now.
People want those maybe someday. Maybe not, but maybe someone will.
These kids are about to have a come
It's not
up.
going to be worth money, but I'm just saying maybe someone will want to check it out.
It'll be on eBay.
I know I won't put it on eBay, but
It's like, it'll be a nice thing to display one day.
and no, damn it,
You could display your
I
360.
don't have my original Xbox anymore.
I wish I would have been more.
I wish I would have kept my original Xbox.
I wish I would have been more conscious with all the stuff that I accumulated over the years. Growing up, I had so many like special edition things. Like I had a Game Boy SP that had the same overlay as the original NES. It was like a limited thing that they did from Nintendo. I had that, and I had some kind of like special edition. What is it? River City Ransom. That was like my favorite game growing up. It was basically just a beat 'em up game.
Okay.
But yeah, I had a bunch of stuff, and then like that, I had a DS that was all gold. Remember that Zelda one?
Yes.
I sold that one to bail some chick out of jail that I was paying at the time.
Was that a 3D?
Yeah, 3DS.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I had a ton of stuff. I had like different Atari systems. I had every console to come out between like GameCube or between Nintendo and Sony and Xbox and shit like that.
Yeah, but I just look back. We should have saved them.
Yeah, I really wish I would have, because
just kept them. Not even, whatever. Just put them somewhere,
Well, the thing is like I still like to play retro games and shit like that, and I still do it on a pretty regular basis, and it would be a lot more cost efficient if I still would have kept those things, because they're still available. It's not like you can't find most of these things anymore.
You can still get them. You can still get them. Yeah,
it's just expensive now. You're basically paying
you're paying
them,
a premium.
Yeah, you're paying like what it would have been on the shelf
Yep.
back then
Yep.
because of, the demand for it.
100%.
But, whatever. There's emulators and shit like that. And also on Xbox, I've been finding like retro games I used to play, like Shinobi and shit.
Yeah.
So that's...
I still have my DS, so I could play like Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, we used to play Mario Kart a lot. That was that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I might actually have to get one of those again because that was a good time. We used to just fucking like, I remember we'd FaceTime and just be chilling. We'd be chilling in our beds, just fucking playing Mario Kart.
Just fucking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear you, but I just wish we would hold on to them. But
yeah, what are you gonna do? Hindsight's a bitch. I feel like I should have known better out of all people because like I've always been such a nostalgic douchebag. Like I love anything that reminds me of like, oh,
you could have just said douchebag, but
yeah, I'm just a douchebag.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
That'll be all.
Oh,
that's it.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh man, dude, I was listening to the Opie and Anthony stream this morning, and they were talking about the Hindenburg and shit like that. And I never I've seen the video of it and stuff like that, but I never realized there was audio. And so I looked it up on YouTube because I wanted to see like if there was an audio version of it, and somebody like pieced together and like basically made a higher quality version of like what the radio transmission sounded like back then. Because back then it was just horse shit. You could barely understand the
Right.
And dude, there was no way anyone could have taken like tragedy seriously back then because the radio guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
His name was Herbert Morrison. And he's just narrating it in that cheesy generic voice that they all had. He's like, oh no, ladies and gentlemen, it has burst into flames. It is now falling 500 feet onto the ground. God have mercy on us all. And like in the background, there's just screams and at the end he starts crying and shit like that. He's like, I just can't. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't. And then the audio ends.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know why it was so funny to me. I'm just thinking, like, imagine being there, like, having to be the dude helping this guy with all the equipment. And he's like,
oh, no. No, you can't.
Lord have mercy on us all. There's one part, like, as it first bursts into flames, he's like, oh my God. Oh, the humanity. The humanity. He's just like a robot.
Is that a reference to the Hindenburg?
What?
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
That's the fucking...
Google it. Hindenburg. No, not you. If people are listening, they'll understand the reference. Oh, the humanity. There was a guy narrating that as the Hindenburg just blew.
That's who I'm talking about.
Okay, I just referenced that, and you didn't acknowledge it.
Because I just said... I didn't know you were referencing the thing I just said.
Well, no, I was referencing the fact that it wasn't funny, but...
Oh, you fuck.
Yeah, sorry. There was a disconnect there. Yeah, I was trying to actually get to the point that it wasn't funny, but
there's a disconnect happening right now.
Okay, yeah. Well.
I think you know what that is. Fucking staring at it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I hope you get shot walking out to your car.
I'm not walking out to my car.
Oh, that's right. Well, fuck me. That's what I get for assuming.
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching Oz again last night.
Oh, Richard.
I can't stop watching Oz.
You gotta...
I'm going back and watching all the things my parents wouldn't let me when I was a kid. It's doing me
Oz
no
was
good.
intended to at least watch at least only once a week. That's how it dripped in back in the day. It's too much. You watch it in a binge. You can't watch Oz in a binge. That's a problem. It's too much.
Well, it'll give you an anxiety attack, first of all.
Exactly, dude. You can't...
There hasn't been an episode where I haven't busted out into a cold sweat.
Oh, busted a nut. Oh, I thought
that too.
Okay,
that too.
I thought that's where you're really going.
A lot of prison pussy walking around. That. A lot of men getting their fucking prison wallet invaded.
I know.
Yeah, dude, and so like, where I was going with this is like, every episode there is this priest, and he's like the prison chaplain. And a lot of the problems stem from his interference and like him always trying to be nice, and like these are hardened criminals. He's like trying to convert or have some kind of empathy, you know? He's always interfering with shit, always making things worse. And I'm always just thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? And then I had to stop myself last night. I'm like, why are there still priests and things like that? Isn't it kind of strange?
I mean, it's a valid question, but yeah, you bring up a good point.
Like religious leaders in general.
I mean, you don't even have to be general about it. Be specific.
Can we not call them all frauds yet?
Well, I mean, let's just talk about the Catholic Church. There's all these exposés. Oh, this city's been raping children for this long. This city's been raping children for this long.
Yeah, he was dressed provocatively.
Yeah, then they just cover it up. Like, oh, you got to get the fuck out of here, dude. Here, go over here. And then fuck some kids over there.
It's because I got mad clams, dude. They can fucking pay that shit off. Fly them first class.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, dude. It's just they're just molesting institutions. It seems like some of these like.
Yeah, and they scatter them around.
Oh man,
they never really deal with the problem at hand, which is weird. You got to wonder why at this point.
Well, even the Boy Scouts did that.
Well, yeah,
and that's not even a religious group.
No, I know, and that's the thing. It's just people in positions of trust.
Exactly. They've got exposed terribly for being just fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I lucked out in that situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, who knows, man?
Yeah, maybe I've repressed it. Maybe I did get molested somehow. I'm just repressing it. I'm going to call you in the middle of the night one day.
Call me in the middle of the night one day.
Oh, whoops.
No, even if you did, I'd be like, huh? You'd say the first. What would you say the first thing?
I'd be like,
hang up.
Nailed me.
No, that's what I would have done. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Adam knows he's got some shit coming to him if I ever die. I gotta get it. I gotta get that down in writing. Yeah. Been saving my cum socks from making him a sweater.
You have this elevated bed.
Yeah, you're entitled to all the studio equipment.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
An Xbox One.
Dusty.
Vintage Dusty.
One skull fragment for making an article of jewelry of your choosing. I'd give you like one guitar string. I'd give you a bunch of shit you don't really need.
You give me one guitar string, I'd be like, I don't want this.
Give you the filter out of the air purifier or whatever that is. Oh, you can have that.
I would just left it here.
I'd give you one side of my nunchucks. I'd cut them in half and send you one.
I might take that.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah,
you could probably make a interesting art piece with it, like hanging up like that, and be like, people are like, oh, why do you have half a nunchuck? Like, well. You got some time?
I'm glad you asked. What Adam really meant is he would take it and he would straddle it on his living room floor and sit down on it hard.
No.
Make little notches in it each time you get down a little further.
Oh yeah, I have like age notches.
That's
almost.
Right.
It's equivalent.
One day it goes in, just doesn't come back out.
Never came back that day.
Yep, he went septic.
Sat on it.
Yep, dog found him.
Yep.
Dragged him out to the nearest house.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Easy come, easy go. Fucking A, dude. But yeah, dude, it's just weird to.
It's not. Yeah, I hear you.
It's weird to have religious leaders in places like that, which they still do. And
I mean, it's not even weird. It's just disturbing.
Well, the disturbing part is the amount of fucking influence they command.
Well, not even that. The amount of money they get from donations and their nonprofits. So
yeah,
all those donations that go to them.
That's like, easier.
I
guess
they're not getting taxed on what they make, basically.
That's
nuts, dude. And you're a televangelist that has like how many people, and like all these people are giving you money, and like since it's a nonprofit, like what you're making's not even taxed. You're making millions of dollars a year. You got fucking Lamborghinis and shit.
No, you're
doing like a religious thing.
I think that's the answer to it.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
You're correct. That's the answer to it. Because they're a tax-free organization, and it's
no
a
religion should be a tax-free organization. Sorry,
I completely agree. But that's the reason I think that they're still viable in society is because they are a tax-free organization. You can write off those donations and shit like that. So I guess that in reality, that's the purpose they serve.
Right? No, you're 100% right.
I doubt too many people are left on this planet that are still really seeing them as what they try to present themselves as.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Kind of weird, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. I feel like I just got some weird feedback off of those speakers. No, I didn't show up on the meter there.
All right. Well.
It was just weird. It sounded like a conversation happening like behind me.
Oh, that is kind of weird, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll hear it if we play it back later on, or when we play it back later on.
But dude, we should make some fucking smoke ring things like a shirt, dude.
We're gonna make a smoke ring
Okay.
shirt. Now that we've talked about it, we have
All
to.
right. Well, I think that would look really cool. Like,
Dude, I'm down. I'm so down. We can we'll do a few smoke rings and we'll do a few just like of the regular logo. We'll do some we should think about doing some hats too.
What will be on the hat though? I don't know.
Or we'll make Brass Tacks condoms with holes already punctured in them.
Oh yeah. No, that'd actually be a good idea.
We'll staple the condom like through the center to the piece of paper with like a personalized letter.
Yeah.
Good luck. BTP.
I don't know. Why would I waste our time on even sending condoms out? Who cares about condoms, dude?
It's for the goof.
Yeah, I know. Who cares about condoms?
Nobody. I don't care. No one cares about condoms.
I would hope so.
Obviously. Look how many of us there are. Jesus. Should we have existed?
I think that,
real life?
I think there's people still wearing condoms around here, dude.
I don't want to meet them if there are. Can't trust a man that wears a condom.
You're not wrong about that, dude. Yeah.
And you wouldn't put a bag over your head, would you?
No.
Easy answer.
Yeah.
Condoms are a joke. The only people wearing condoms are the same people that like walk into stores talking on a speakerphone. Let's talk about those fucking nobodies.
I don't know why people are talking on speakerphone in public, though.
Because they're trying to incite mass hysteria and rage.
Oh.
I get it. I get it all the time in the fucking store. Some guy came in like 2 days ago just yapping. And what made it worse is that like he wasn't even doing any shopping. He was waiting to complete his call before he went out into the store and like got what he needed.
Yeah.
So he's just leaning up against the counter right by where I am. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, man. No, I'm picking it up around 8. Ah, yeah, no, I'm at the liquor store right now. Yeah, gonna grab a 6-pack. Yeah, I guess he's bringing his broad over." I'm like,
I know.
it's not, dude, when you have
No.
to fucking listen to that kind of shit, the first thing you think is, even if I was a victim, this would be a cool time for somebody to just like break in here, rob the joint, kill everybody.
Oh, no, you reach it?
I'm just sitting there with my stupid tracksuit, fucking laid out with a shotgun and blasting my chest and a little shit in my track pants.
Well, that would suck. Well, yeah, I don't care. I can't wear your tracksuit anyways.
Well, not with bullet holes in it.
Yeah, even if there was, it's not the right size.
Oh, you would look goofy as fuck if you tried to put this on.
I wouldn't wear it.
We should get a picture of you trying to wear one of my tracksuits.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Come on now.
It wouldn't work.
Come on now, be a team player.
No.
Come on, baby. Do a little something for daddy. Make the fans giggle.
Yeah, whatever. I'll consider it.
All things considered.
No.
Do you ever listen to NPR?
Yes, Richard, I know what you were referencing.
No, I know, but I'm just asking if you ever listen to it. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Me
Yeah.
too. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah.
I'm Lakshmi Singh.
Lakshmi Singh is my favorite.
She's my favorite only because of the name.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You know who
I don't care
hate?
what she's saying. I'm just saying what.
You know who I hate more than anything is, "Hi, I'm Ira Glass."
Yeah.
That soft-spoken douchebag.
Yeah. They
Oh my
all have the
God.
same cadence, but
That's one of those grown men with soft voices you wish their parents would have hit them more.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, maybe,
Well, get them a little rougher around the edges.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Or then they'll just grow up to be muscle twinks
that could be.
or talk show hosts. Oh man, I think. Yep, time for us to saddle up and hit the road.
Yeah, we have some gaming to do probably.
We also need to smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah,
Got some sketching to do.
yeah.
That'll be cool. We'll have Skylar like throw that shit up on the old Photoshop, see what's going down.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you all for listening to another installment of the Brass Tacks podcast. Make sure you Like and follow all of our shit. Go like our Facebook fan page at Brass Tacks Podcast. Share with a friend or someone you hate. We really don't give a fuck. It's up to you. And I guess we'll catch you next week, everybody. Go fuck your mother.
Yeah, get in my ass.